The pre-war politics may have been lost after the bombs fell, but it would only be a matter of time before the old ways of ruling would take form again, both for better and worse. When nuclear fires consumed the lands, select groups of people may have found themselves inside a vault, specially designed to shield citizens from the carnage of the surface. One vault, Vault 15, was one of many strange social experiments made to house people who would naturally disagree and argue with one another. Vault 15 was designed to open 50 years after the Great War, when the radiation levels had settled. 50 years after the war, in 2141, the doors of the vault opened and 4 factions emerged. These 4 factions probably formed during the early stages of vault life, and will have been based on their different ideas on ideology. But it's unlikely that after 50 years any of them remembered or cared about the different views, and just saw one another as enemies. Of the 4 groups that emerged, 3 turned into raider gangs: the Great Khans, the Jackals and the Vipers, and as each group left they took some of the best technology that the vault had to offer. The 4th group founded the village of Shady Sands just west of the original Vault 15. Luckily for the residents, they had one of Vault-Tech's pre-war treasures, a Gek. The Gek allowed them to create fertile lands and be entirely self-sufficient. The founder of Shady Sands was Aradesh, who coped with the merciless raids from the long-time enemy raider gangs. And under Aradesh, Shady Sands flourished as an independent settlement. In 2186, Shady Sands changed its name to the New California Republic. Aradesh was made President for Life of the NCR along with a Congress. The aims of the New California Republic was to establish a new American government based on the fundamentals of the Old World government. The New California Republic started expanding its influence across the wasteland, mainly through peaceful and diplomatic means. One of their biggest inclusions was Vault City, made up of the remnants of Vault 8, which had far more advanced technologies than the other vaults. The city was a utopia and possibly one of the most pre-war-like places in the wasteland, but when the NCR tried to peacefully integrate the city with their new republic, they were shunned away. After this, it's generally believed that the NCR forced their way into the city and made them join the republic. After Aradesh came his daughter, Tandy, who at an early age was kidnapped by a Great Khan raiding party, and was saved by a certain vault dweller. Tandy lived on to be over 100 years old, which was incredibly uncommon for someone who never mutated. She was renowned for her democratic skills and even created an alliance between the NCR and the Brotherhood of Steel. The NCR's territory grew more and more over time, and lands across 5 states joined the Republic. The biggest problem for the NCR was maintaining peace in the savage lands that they had taken control of. For this reason, the NCR had a strong military force, and another reason why having an ally like the Brotherhood of Steel was very beneficial. With their mass land expansion, the NCR became involved in multiple conflicts long before the one that they now face at the Hoover Dam, including a short war against the Enclave, where they and their allies the Brotherhood of Steel gained a victory and a wealth of technology. Of course, shortly before the first battle of the Dam, when the NCR was beginning to take control in the Mojave, they discovered the pre-war solar power plant, Helios 1. Helios 1 had the potential to power vast amounts of the Republic, but it also had the potential to shoot extremely powerful laser beams down to Earth from a satellite in orbit. This is when the confrontation between the Brotherhood and the NCR began. The High Elder of the Mojave Charter of the Brotherhood moved majority of his military force to occupy the power plant, and refused to surrender it to the NCR. A bloody conflict burst out between the 2 factions, and as advanced as the Brotherhood's armour and weapons were, they were no match for the superior numbers and dedication of the NCR troops. As a result, the Mojave Charter was forced into lockdown, and the NCR took the plant, but they still haven't managed to get it working. As well as the superior numbers, the NCR has an elite fighting force backing it. The Rangers are NCR soldiers that have shown particular prowess in combat, and have dedication towards their new government. The elite of the Rangers wear pre-war riot gear and wield anti-material rifles and hunting revolvers. The Rangers invoke the soldiers of the NCR to keep a high morale, and make the enemies quiver in fear. The Rangers also work as elite guards and protect the President and Congress from any outsider threats. Although the NCR has created a post-war government that resembles a free democratic society and has brought peace to their lands, it cannot be denied that they have done things that many may see as inexcusable. Their government has been accused of being corrupt and bureaucratic. But, like the Legion, the NCR is an empire that's expansion has been halted in a stalemate, until one of the two forces can gain advantage over another. Other groups have ideals of returning America to its former prosperity, one of which is the NCR's old-time ally, the Brotherhood of Steel.